In the top stories, Ministry of Education addresses delay in school meals delivery, Social Security to implement risk and investment units, and Deputy Commissioner of Police outlines importance of public's participation in fighting crime. The details on these stories and more after the break.
The Court Store Home Event is happening now. Get up to 30% off select furniture, appliances, and electronics. Save on bedroom, dining room, living room sets, 55-inch smart TVs, and more. Get what you want today with no cash and pay later with Court-ready finance. Plus, stay protected for up to 4 years with Super Shield extended warranty. Don't miss the Court's Home Event, bringing value home. Promotion runs 25th August to 23rd September 2023. Conditions apply.
In cricket, there are a few essentials. A bat, a pitch, a ball, some fielders, and plenty of refreshments. Enjoy the cricket with Angostura Chill. Angostura Chill, the official refreshment partner of the Hero CPL T20.
Hello and welcome to the ZIZ Channel 5 newscast. I'm Kyla Barrage. The Ministry of Education has apologized for the delay in delivering school meals on Monday and is actively engaged in resolving the matter. According to a statement, the delay was primarily attributed to ongoing cosmetic enhancements taking place at the facility. Minister of Education, Honorable Dr. Jeffrey Hanley, has assured that the issue will be promptly resolved. He stated, quote, "In the upcoming days, the ministry will make the necessary adjustments to ensure timely lunch deliveries. We deeply care about the well-being of our students, and we remain committed to aiding those in need and express our gratitude to those affected for their patience." End quote. The School Meals Initiative, launched in 1982 by the government of St. Kitts and Nevis, provides meals for all primary school students and those in high school who require assistance. This program has been extended to include some private schools. The meals are prepared at the School Meal Center, centrally located at Needsmos Estate, and distributed to all participating schools daily via school meal buses. The St. Christopher and Nevis Social Security Board has been given recommendations to implement risk and investment units as a way to safeguard assets and to validate the financial potential investments. During the roundtable discussion with the media on Thursday, August 31st, while mentioning the financial state of the development of Bank of St. Kitts and Nevis, Prime Minister and Minister of Finance, Honorable Dr. Terence Drew, spoke to recommendations that have been put forward to bolster the Social Security Board. According to him, the bank owes the board approximately 25 million EC dollars. In addition to this, the Social Security Board attempted the Beacon Heights housing development, which never came to bear in full. In the first recommendation, an investment unit should be established.
Social Security has been asked to do two things. Which one are there? To set up an investment unit. You must, with so much money, and you're going to invest, you need an investment unit. That's one, so that you make the right investment and let people who are experts in investment give the best advice on how you can invest to make Social Security do the right.
He said this should be coupled with the risk manager.
The other thing we're going to have is a risk manager, or somebody an expert who deal with risks. You have a fund that is so that has these resources. In any other institution that has this type of funding, it would have a risk unit, a risk manager, a risk analyst to say, look, these are the risks you are facing. So we're going to implement those two things. So when you hear the upgrade in the administration of Social Security, you'll get an investment unit so that these questions can be answered. How much do I need to invest at what percentage rate to make sure that I can extend the solvency at a particular time?
A risk manager at a Social Security institution or agency would be responsible for identifying, assessing, and mitigating risk that might threaten the agency's operations, data, or the benefits it provides to the public, according to one financial expert in speaking to ZIZ. Meanwhile, an investment manager would be to assess investments. The Beacon Heights housing development project began just over a decade ago under the former Prime Minister, the Right Honorable Dr. Denzel Douglas. In an October 18, 2011 article released by the Communications Unit in the Office of the Prime Minister and posted to ZIZ Online, quote, the Social Security Board spoke of its decision to develop the Beacon Heights project on approximately 90 acres at Dewar's Estate as another branch of housing as it seeks to promote a different level of investment of its funds for higher returns in order to enhance the fund. It envisages the provision of at least 190 homes with very scenic views, with parks and gardens and a commercial area. This advanced level development is expected to feature the absence of unsightly overhead utility lines, and the entire community will be somewhat self-contained, end quote. Prime Minister Drew did not give a date for the establishment of the units. In May 2023, the Social Security Board accepted expressions of interest from building contractors to construct residences at Beacon Heights. Deputy Commissioner of Police Cromwell Henry says the general public's help is vital in the solving of crimes in the Federation. In an interview with ZIZ News, Mr. Henry said criminals operate when there are no police officers around, but the public may know something and can help by providing information.
9 out of 10 times, the police is not there, and some member of the public would see or would be aware of what happened. The police cannot know that unless you tell them, unless you tell us. And so we have to rely on the public for their assistance in solving these crimes. Of course, that is not the only reliance that we have to solve crimes. We use technology, we use CCTV, we use DNA, other forensic strategies, but we still cannot ignore the human touch. And so if you see something, we encourage persons to say something.
He also assured the public that the police will protect the identity of persons who offer information.
There is also the concern about, well, if I help you, how are you going to protect me? Even though you might award me for my assistance, what about my safety? Well, we have successfully, we have a witness protection program that to date has been successful, and we want to assure you that we could reasonably ensure your safety if you decide to come forward and participate in your civic responsibility to prevent crime.
Deputy Commissioner Henry reminded the public that the police force is offering a reward of up to $25,000 for information that leads to the arrest and prosecution of persons involved in a major crime. After the break, Medical Chief of Staff warns of risks associated with heatwave and school supplies donated to students in Keys Village. Stay with us.
Here are your Horseman's Value Mart IGA specials.
Running August 24 to September 6.
And during the month of September, the more you shop, the more you save.
You get double points on all meat and non-grocery items, so shop today.
Now, our Value Club Blue Tax specials. Bush's Baked Beans, $7.99. IGA and Essential Everyday Canned Fruits, $8.99. Fiora Bath Tissue, $20.99. Pepperidge Farm Layer Cakes, $19.99. Hot Pockets, $14.99. Quaker Captain Crunch Cereals, $13.79. And now our very low weekly
value deals. Hunt's Ketchup, $4.99. Old Orchard Apple Juice, $9.99. IGA and Essential Everyday Salad Dressing, $10.99. Arm & Toothpaste, $14.99. Essential Everyday Canned Dog Food, $8.99. Dial Soap Bars, $11.99. Shop Smart, shop Value Mart, and get double points rewards today. Value Mart!
50,000?
50,000?
$50,000? Win big with TDC! Win up to $50,000 cash in the TDC Mega Rewards Mega Raffle! To enter, you must be a Mega Rewards member or sign up to TDC Mega Rewards Loyalty Program. Shop at our TDC retail stores or online at shoptdcgroup.com to receive one entry for every $250 spent. Draws take place from July to November. Win $10,000 every month with your entry rolled over so you can win, and win even more.
Yes, this is 50.
Terms and conditions apply.
Welcome back. As the Federation swelters in the daily high temperatures, a senior health official is warning persons about the health risks associated with the ongoing heat wave. Jason Davis tells us more.
For the past few months, St. Kitts and Nevis has been experiencing extremely high temperatures. Daily highs have regularly passed 90 degrees Fahrenheit, and health officials are warning that these high temperatures can be dangerous to a person's health. In an interview with ZIZ News, Medical Chief of Staff at the JNF General Hospital, Dr. Davian Wilkin, said due to the extremely high temperatures, one should try to limit the amount of time spent outdoors.
So between 9 to 3 is when it's hottest for one, and secondly, it's also when you have higher UV radiation, which is very damaging to the skin. All right, you don't see it, you don't necessarily feel it, but you do suffer the effects of it. So if you do not have to be outside, don't be outside.
She urged everyone to be very careful when operating in this heat, as prolonged exposure could lead to heat exhaustion, heat cramps, and possible heat stroke.
With heat exhaustion, the most common symptom would just be that you start to feel very, very tired, you become thirsty. If you don't treat that, then we move a little further and we go into heat cramps. With the heat cramps now, you actually start getting pain in your legs, you might start getting pain in your arms, and most importantly, you can start suffering from abdominal pain. And then we go further to heat stroke now, where the person then begins now to feel faint, they become nauseous, they become dizzy, and they can even collapse.
She said certain specific sectors of the population should be especially careful.
Our older population and our very young population tend to be at greater risk. In the case of the younger population, one of the reasons is simply because they are unable to express how they feel in terms of their overheating, for example. All right, with our older population, because as we get older, our metabolism changes, our body doesn't regulate as well. So then adjusting to very high temperatures as we get older becomes much, much more difficult.
Dr. Wilkins said the most important thing for everyone to remember during these hot days is to stay hydrated. And while water is recommended, there are other effective alternatives.
In the case of this extreme heat wave that we're having, hydration means preferably drinking solutions or liquids that don't have high contents of sugar. So we're talking water. Water will always be your number one go-to. Coconut water, because of the fact that it contains electrolytes. And of course you can do Gatorade.
For the past week, the St. Kitts Meteorological Services has recorded that on average, the daily maximum temperature is about 94 degrees Fahrenheit. The office says these lofty temperatures are expected to continue until October. Jason Davis for ZIZ News.
Ahead of the start of the 2023-2024 academic school year, children within the Keys community received school supplies as part of a back-to-school initiative on Sunday. Villager St. Clair Pemberton, in collaboration with Ocean Blue Bar and Grill and Convenience Store, donated books, bags, pencils, pens, erasers, glues, and other essentials. Mr. Pemberton said he felt inspired to give back to the community.
As it seems to got a little thing going on in Keys, between Ocean Blue Band, I said, well, I think I should give back something to the community. So I just decided to say, well, okay, I'm gonna do it. But then I'm thinking, well, what should I do? But the problem is that I couldn't get it out of my head. So I just decided, man, let me go on the line and see what I could do. And then just like I said, well, you know something, do something for the kids.
Community Development Officer Hanif Charles spoke of the significance of these types of initiatives within communities.
This is extremely significant in my responsibility, in my role as a community development officer. We often we partner with persons in the community, our stakeholders, in order to achieve our objectives. And so our primary objective is to reduce poverty and promote community cohesion, and this is one of the ways that we do that. So we are extremely grateful. As a member of the community myself and a member of the group, I'm extremely grateful to Mr. Pemberton for his contribution today.
President of the Keys Community Improvement Club, Royston Griffin, said the donation will assist parents and thanked those persons who made the donation possible.
For the children of Keys, and I think that this contribution will go a long way in helping the parents during this time, especially after this time of COVID-19. Many parents are trying to find grounds, and I think that this would help them in terms of with their cash and how they think. The community club continues to do what it has to do in terms of fostering community and in terms of national development. We just had a health walk some months ago, and this is the second event for the year, and there are others that we intend to do throughout the year. So I just want to say thank you to the members of the club, and I just want to say thank them for their hard work and their dedication. I also want to thank the Vice President, Mr. Berridge.
Mr. Pemberton said he would like to see more initiatives to assist not only younger persons, but the elderly and those who are in need within the community. The newly launched Ministry of Small Business and Entrepreneurship, in collaboration with an angel donor, is offering grants of up to $5,000 to small business entrepreneurs in an effort to provide a financial boost to elevate their businesses. Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Small Business and Entrepreneurship, Delreen Taylor, said one of the fundamental pillars the ministry would have identified, which is critical for entrepreneurs, is access to finance, and especially coming out of the COVID-19 pandemic, where small businesses were greatly impacted. According to Ms. Taylor, the intention of the program is not to start as a new business, but to assist those existing businesses that need the boost. The deadline for application is Friday, 8th September. For more information, you can contact the Ministry of Small Business and Entrepreneurship through Government Headquarters at 465-2521. Coming up in regional news, St. Lucia